What up, y'all? It's your boy, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo. You're listening to the Entertainment Report on iHeartRadio, live from Dubai for Wednesday, May 29th, 2019, delivering some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo, that's RAYMELO, on Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to the show anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Tina Fey is reflecting on Mean Girls 15 years after the movie's release. The 49-year-old actress discussed the 2004 film and its lasting relevance in an interview with Savannah Guthrie during Tuesday's episode of Today. Fey adapted Mean Girls from the Rosalind Wiseman book Queen Bees and Wannabes, her first and only screenplay thus far. She told Guthrie, "I wrote it when I was a writer at SNL. I saw this article in the New York Times about a woman named Rose Wiseman who had written this book. I was like, I want to make a movie of that. And they let me. Now it's 15 years later." Fey penned the screenplay herself without Paramount Pictures bringing in other writers to polish the project. The star says that was really rare, especially at the time. This awesome woman named Sherry Lansing, who ran Paramount Pictures at the time, she never took it away from me. She says, "I think that's part of why the movie kind of worked for people, is that it had one writer's voice. It's a real good thing that let writers do their thing." Fey says the Mean Girls culture in the movie still exists in real time. The actress says, "The thing of relational aggression, the way people kind of shade each other, I feel like women are doing better, but now I feel like the behavior has kind of spread to everyone." She added, "The idea of calling someone stupid won't make you any smarter. We need to tell that to the president and the Speaker of the House." Mean Girls was directed by Mark Waters and starred Lindsay Lohan, Rachel McAdams, Lacey Charbet, Menda Siegfried, and Lizzie Kaplan. Fey has since adapted the film as a Broadway musical whose cast performed at the 2018 Tony Awards. Black Mirror star Miley Cyrus and Anthony Mackie appeared in posters for Season 5. The Netflix series shared key art for its Season 5 episodes Tuesday, featuring the 26-year-old singer and actress and 40-year-old actor. Season 5 will consist of 3 episodes, Rachel, Jack, and Ashley 2, Striking Vipers, and Smithereens. The season debuted June 4th on Netflix. The Rachel, Jack, and Ashley 2 poster shows Cyrus as Ashley O, a pop star who voices an Alexa-like dog called Ashley 2. Cyrus discussed the episode during Tuesday's episode of Capitol Breakfast. She says, "I think it's going to be different for Black Mirror fans because there is a little bit of more humor. It's still super dark and twisted and makes you reconsider everything you think you know about music, technology, and the industry, but there's also more humor than usual." The Striking Vipers poster shows Mackie and Nicole Behati as a husband and wife unsustainably trying to have another child. Mackie grows distant as he loses himself into an alternative reality. Black Mirror released teasers for next week's for the new episodes last week. Smithereens stars Andrew Scott as an Uber Lyft-like driver who takes a prisoner played by Damson Idris hostage. Netflix has announced that the third and final season of Marvel's Jessica Jones will arrive on June 14th alongside a new teaser trailer. The clip released on Tuesday features a mysterious man knocking on the door of Jessica Jones, played by Kristen Ritter's apartment. The man says, "Jessica Jones, you are a fraud. You're a cheater. No longer." Netflix also released on Twitter photos from the final season, which includes new looks at characters Trish Walker, played by Rachel Taylor, Malcolm Ducasse, played by Eka Darville, and Jerry Hogarth, played by Carol Ann Moss. Netflix said about the final season, Jessica and Trish team up to take down a highly intelligent psychopath, but a devastating loss reveals their conflicting ideas of heroism and sets them on a collision course that will forever change them both. Netflix canceled both Jessica Jones and The Punisher in February, ending the streaming service's series of connected Marvel shows, which also included Daredevil, Luke Cage, Iron Fist, and The Defenders. Ritter made headlines in February when she debuted a baby bump at the Oscars. The actress is expecting her first child. Gavin Stacey creators and stars James Corden and Ruth Jones will return in a brand new Christmas special. The BBC confirmed in a press release Tuesday the 40-year-old television personality and the 52-year-old actress will star with Matthew Horn and Joanna Page in a one-off special December 25th on BBC One. Gavin and Stacey aired for 3 seasons and a Christmas special on BBC Three and BBC One from 2007 to 2010. The show follows Gavin, played by Horn, and Stacey, played by Paige, who begin in a long-distance relationship, and their friends and families, including Smithy, played by Corden, and Nessa, played by Jones. Corden and Jones said in a joint statement, "Over the last 10 years, we talked a lot about Gavin and Stacey, where they might be today, and what their lives might look like. So in secret, we took the plunge and we wrote this 1-hour special." The pair added, "We love revisiting Barry and Exes again, and bringing their characters back together has been a joy. We're so excited to get the chance to work with our fabulous cast and crew once more, and to give fans of the show a festive treat this Christmas." Full 73 Tiny Productions and Baby Cow Productions will produce the special with Corden, Jones, David P., Leo Perman, and Ben Winston as executive producers. BBC content director Charlotte Moritz says, "Everyone at the BBC is hugely excited to be welcoming back Gavin and Stacey to BBC One this Christmas. We can't wait to see what happens to everyone over the last 9 years and what's next for one of the nation's favorite comedy families." Deadly virus spreads across a small town in Louisiana in the latest trailer for DC Universe's Swamp Thing. The clip released on Tuesday follows character Abby Crane, played by Crystal Reed, as she arrives to investigate the seemingly swamp-borne disease that is affecting adults and children. Abby meets with fellow scientist Alec Holland, played by Adam Bean, and quickly stumbles upon a mystery that goes beyond the realm of science. The towering Swamp Thing also appears as the powerful creature takes out a number of intruders. Swamp Thing is based on the DC Comics character of the same name, hails from executive producer James Wan, Mark Verheiden, Gary Dauberman, and Michael Clear, the team behind horror films The Conjuring, It, and Annabelle. Wan is also the director of DC's Aquaman. The horror series is set to premiere on the DC Universe streaming service on Friday. Jennifer Beals, Maria Sten, Will Patton, Virginia Madsen, and Derek Mears as Swamp Thing also star. DC released on Twitter recently a new poster for the show that featured Swamp Thing carrying a skeleton. Jessa Duggar has had her third child with husband Ben Seawald. The 26-year-old television personality gave birth to her daughter Ivy Jane Seawald on Sunday. She is already mother to Sprungen, age 3, and Henry, age 2. In a blog post, Duggar said they were getting ready for church Sunday when her water broke. She wrote, "After 3.5 hours of labor, Ivy was born at 5:57 p.m. Her due date was June 5th, and since both of our boys went 5 days past due their due date, we thought we would go late again. We were so surprised when she came 2 weeks earlier than her brothers. Ivy was born at home," Duggar said, "and weighed 7 pounds, 14 ounces, and 20.5 inches long." Duggar wrote, "She is already so loved. Her big brothers adore her," and much more. Director F. Gary Gray received the 2,665th star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame on Tuesday. Gray, who directed films including Friday and Straight Outta Compton, was honored with the star in a ceremony on Hollywood Boulevard celebrating his career directing films and music videos. Gray said during the ceremony, "The reason why this star represents growth is because I not only wish my supporters success, but I wish my naysayers success. If I have any advice, never let anybody take your power away from you. Wish them well and create and build." One of Gary's most notable early works was directing the music video for rapper Ice Cube's hit "It Was a Good Day" in 1992. The pair would team up again for Gray's directorial debut in the feature film Friday in 1995. Gray went on to direct more videos for Ice Cube and other artists including Dr. Dre, Whitney Houston, and Jay-Z. In addition to directing films such as The Negotiator, The Italian Job, Be Cool, and Law Abiding Citizen. Jamie Foxx, who starred in Law Abiding Citizen, praised Gray for helping to foster the careers of black actors through his film. Foxx says, "Coming from a young black kid from South Central to having your name on these streets forever, they can never take that away from you. We will always marvel it, we will always lift you up, and we will always stop to record to say F. Gary Gray is in the house." Gray's most Recent release was the 2017 blockbuster The Fate of the Furious, starring Vin Diesel, who also spoke on his behalf Tuesday. Diesel says if you watch his filmology, if you watch his come up, if you watch his existence, it must be the definition of perseverance. It must be the definition of reaching for your dreams. Tuesday's ceremony came about 2 weeks ahead of the release of his latest film, Men in Black International. Behati Prinsloo wants 3 or 4 kids with her husband, Maroon 5 frontman Adam Levine. The 31-year-old model discussed her growing family with the singer and former voice coach during Tuesday's episode of The Ellen DeGeneres Show. Prinsloo and Levine have 2 daughters, 2-year-old Dusty Rose and 15-year-old Gio Grace. Levine wants 5 children, but Prinsloo told host Ellen DeGeneres she'd be happy with few. She said, I thought I wanted 5, but now I think maybe 3 or 4 would be good. She added, Adam can't have everything. I'm carrying them. Prinsloo and DeGeneres recounted how DeGeneres came up with Dusty's name during a conversation with Levine. Prinsloo recalled, Adam brought it to me pretty early on in my pregnancy. He was like, Ellen came up with this amazing name, Dusty. I love Dusty Springfield, so I know. Obviously, we know the name. She said, I was like, Dusty, my parents are going to think it's a piece of dust. They're Africans. English is not their first language. Dusty, no way. Then as the months went by and the belly grew and the name kept coming in and out, she was born. And she was a Dusty, thanks to Ellen. The model says, after my first baby, I had a little postpartum depression and it was difficult to get back into normal life. But after the second one, everything felt so much easier. She also added, I keep working very casual and not trying to be everywhere and show that I'm back instead of being a mom. The people I look up to the most are working mothers. Prinsloo appeared on Ellen following news Levine has left The Voice after 16 seasons as a coach. Gwen Stefani will replace him in season 17. And fashion designer Karl Lagerfeld will be honored at a memorial in Paris in the summer. British Vogue confirmed Lagerfeld, the creative director of Chanel, Fendi, and Karl Lagerfeld prior to his death in February, will be remembered at the Karl Forever event during Paris's Men's Fashion Week in June. Chanel, Fendi, and Karl Lagerfeld will host the event June 20th at the Grand Palais, where Chanel has presented its ready-to-wear and haute couture collection since 2005. Theater and opera director Robert Carson is orchestrating the memorial. WWD said the event is invitation only, with about 250 guests expected to attend. The memorial will feature footage of Lagerfeld and his collaborators, as well as interpretive dance, music, and theater performance. Carson told WWD, I wanted something full of life, and we once famously did a funeral. I'd rather die. It would be a very powerful moment, a collaborative celebration of his persona. Chanel president and fashion Bruno Pulaski added, the memorial will be about Karl, who he was, what he loved, what gave him his exceptional energy. Lagerfeld died on February 19th at the age of 85. Per the designer's request, there was no public funeral and there was no project fund. Ali Wong felt pure joy while kissing Daniel Day-Kim on the set of her new movie. The 37-year-old actress and comedian always gushed about Kim while discussing Always Be My Maybe during Tuesday's episode of The Ellen DeGeneres Show. Wong co-wrote the new Netflix romantic comedy with Randall Park, who also stars in the film. Wong and Park play Sasha and Marcus, childhood friends who fall in love as adults, with Kim and Keanu Reeves as Sasha's other love interests. Wong says, I have all these other love interests in the movie. I kiss a lot of sexy men. I kiss Daniel Day-Kim. I kiss Keanu Reeves. I basically kiss his Netflix money. Spend all his money on a movie, just like I could kiss Daniel Day-Kim and Keanu Reeves. Host Ellen DeGeneres shows stills of Wong kissing Kim on the set. One photo shows Wong beaming while embracing Kim. Wong said, what you see on my face Always Be My Baby debuts Friday on Netflix. Kim said in an interview with Variety published last week he was thrilled to appear in the movie. The actor said of Long and Park, they didn't even have to pitch it because I just wanted to be a part of it because I'm a fan of theirs and I love the idea of two Asian American leads in a rom-com it was a good fit. Katy Perry will return with a new single this week. The 34-year-old singer announced Tuesday she will release the song Never Really Over Friday. Perry shared a promo photo for the single on Instagram. The image shows Perry with long strawberry blonde hair and an orange dress. She captioned the post, May 31st, 2019, pre-save in bio, hashtag Never Really Over. Perry's boyfriend, actor Orlando Bloom, was among those to voice their excitement in the comments. He wrote after adding 3 fire emojis, My Mac G. Perry last released the Con Calma remix with Daddy Yankee in April. Her most recent album, Witness, debuted in June 2017. Perry completed her second season as an American Idol judge last week. Perry and her fellow judges, Lionel Richie and Luke Bryan, discussed the possibility of another season with reporters after the season 17 finale. Bryan says, It feels like this year we came in and had a clear vision and developed our identity and role. We want to keep that going. We're proud of what people are at home are watching. Perry added, It feels good that we're really getting to know each other. Chilean songstress and international star Mon Laferte announced a new 11-city North American summer tour. The Alegría de Norma tour is set to kick off on August 10th at the Neptune Theater in Seattle before wrapping things up on August 29th at the Fillmore in Silver Springs, Maryland. Laferte will also be performing in cities such as Los Angeles, Anaheim, Houston, San Antonio, and Atlanta, among others. Tickets go on sale for the general public starting on Friday at 10 a.m. local time through Live Nation. Laferte released her latest album titled Norma in November. The release features the single Funeral. Barry Manilow has announced a new summer Broadway residency that will take place from July 26 to August 17. Melo will be performing a number of his hit songs and surprise tracks at the Luntfontein Theater. The 75-year-old singer said in a statement, I'm thrilled to be returning to my hometown of New York City and perform once again on Broadway. It holds a very special place in my heart. Tickets go on sale on June 3rd. The residency is part of the In Residence on Broadway series at the Luntfontein Theater, which recently featured Morrissey. Melo recently celebrated his 500th show at the International Theater at the Westgate in Las Vegas, where he has held a residency since 2018. And as your entertainment report for Wednesday, May 29, 2019, I'm your host, Mr. Downtown Barry Manilow. I'll be back tomorrow to deliver some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo, that's RAYMELO, on Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to this episode or any previous episodes of The Entertainment Report anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Good night, and God bless you all.